That sort of meant they've got self-checking systems, and then when you hold it, you can hear there. That's the yeah, exactly. That works naturally. Yeah, so very similar to an automatic car. Okay. So you've got your accelerator on the right. Got your brake inside there. The big red one, they call it an emergency brake basically. So if you had no braking happening, you know, you'd be putting that big red one on. Okay. You've got a retarder brake here as well. Yep. You don't have to worry about that. Obviously, you know, your mum and myself would use that in our operations, but for your sake, you won't worry about that one. So, did you want to move forward a little bit? Do you feel all right height? So basically, if you just want to press that button in and you pull it down to drive, and you'll be able to take off for a bit of a drive there.
So we driving a truck.
So this one's set on the safety procedures, so we might have a safety incident happen automatically. So that's the main reason that we use this one on site, is that obviously you can't simulate a lot of emergency situations that happen. For example, a tyre fire, an engine fire, brake issues, things like that. Yep. So yeah, that's the main idea, is that we put people in a safe environment where they can learn the possible worst case scenarios. Yeah, right. So there's an emergency, you can go wherever you want. So that's basically a bit of a... wrong side of the road. Yeah, so... See what I mean? So when you get that bit of a... Yeah. They're much bigger than you ever think. I just said to a young man who was on here that it's like driving a house. Yeah. I said, unless Dad's got a really big house, and then it's maybe smaller. So...
I did stop at this all the time.
Yeah, it can be quite finicky the way that it likes to do things. But yeah, this one's actually modelled on Dornier. Yeah, I've never been to Dornier, so I can't tell you where you're going. But you can pop up the map if you'd like. So, might give her a tyre fire. What do you think?
Definitely.
We'll go with it. So see over here, basically this is basically something that we can show that could happen to you. So what you're going to do is you've got to stop the truck and you want to shut it down safely. So basically put this back to your park brake and you're going to switch it off. And just down here you've got a fire suppression, so if you just push that down, and then you're going to call up emergency, emergency, emergency.
Okay, cool.
So what we basically do is you want to let them know your name, the event that's happened, and the assistance that's required. Okay. So, you know, that's just so that they can get you as quick as possible, and you would get out of there as quick as you could then after that. Obviously your fire's been extinguished, which is beautiful, but that might not happen. So you've got extinguisher, it's basically in real life all on your decks as well, to basically take with you to make sure that if there is any fire you can hand extinguish them as well. So yeah, you can start it back up and have another drive if you like, or if you're happy. So
it makes you sort of dizzy.
Yeah, it does. So one word, just click it once, just let it do its self-check.
And then there's another one for a grader, and you sit in a seat.
And just, you'll be able to turn your key and hold it on
B438.
until it starts. And with the big ones, it takes forever.
And you think it's not going to start.
So you're all good there. So basically you can do 2 beeps because you're going to go forward again. And just flick it down to drive. And off you go.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's just saying on the screen there that you've left without doing a brake test. So basically we always do a brake test. For the sake of this, I'm not going to make you do a brake test. But there you go, it's happened again. So do you want to stop it? Shut it down. Push in. Pick up your radio and give me a yell. Just go black one and then
Emergency.
Yeah.
3 times.
Fire. Emergency. Fire. Emergency.
Get me out of here.
Awesome. That's exactly,
That's pretty cool, hey?
So that's what we... And it'll
Just stay there for a sec, so a lot of times now they're using these in interviews, aren't they? As part the simulator, as part of your interview process.
We didn't actually. I was a new to industry operator, so I came on board in about October 3 years ago with BMA, and they trained. My team is basically nearly a third females, and they didn't use this particular simulator, but they did do a lot of other testing, which revolved around psych testing, situational awareness, things like that they did use, not this particular one. I do understand that they have been. This one for us has more been a training of emergency situations. We did use it at our family day just recently as well at Cavill Ridge, which was absolutely wonderful because it meant that family and friends could come along and they could experience what it's like, I guess, just similar to yourself. You sort of had an idea of what must be okay. So it's definitely a bit of fun, and it's a wonderful asset to our team and our environment. When there's wet weather and things and we can't operate, we can obviously re-familiarise on our emergency procedures, making sure everyone feels comfortable. But I think it happened in real life that they knew what to do.
That's what I find it best for, is practicing those emergencies. Because what other different setups can you put in?
I can do a lot of different things. I can crack the screen, for example, which is obviously only a minor one. I can do a loss of control, like traction. The only thing with that one, in my opinion, is it doesn't feel real. When you lose control of a truck from wet weather, obviously, and with practice you learn how to sort of control the truck, I guess. This doesn't feel real to that. There's a real feeling in the truck that the back of your truck, you don't have any control of that. Obviously with this, you're just on a seat, they can't give you the sway.
So you just know the steering isn't really
tyre fires, engine fires, brake failures, steering failures, windscreen cracks. So there's lots of different things, inclement weather, snow, all those sorts of things.
And you also normally, if you were going through, you'd do a whole cycle, you'd go down to a dig unit,
so this
get loaded, go up to a dump.
So this one I've just got set currently on the emergency procedures, just to give people a bit of an idea. The process obviously to do a load and dump on this can be quite long. We do assess on that obviously, but depending on how many people we have around here, rather than, because it can take 40 minutes for example, and if there are a lot of people here today who wanted to have a go, we don't want to delay with that. I did have a young boy, there was no one here, and he did manage to get loaded by the shovel and dump it off and then parked it up. So
that's cool.
So it's definitely gives you an idea of the real thing, and you know, they're loving the scenery here, as you can see.
And that looks pretty real, doesn't it? That's what it's like.
It is. The best I said, there's no sunrise or sunsets here though, which is really sad.
because that is the best bit, isn't it? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much for that.